8K? How about a bullpup? Oh, not you. Ooh, how about you? Too big. No, it's... M4. What is going on, everybody? I am Blue Mullet. This is my brand new NEX M4A1. Because I filmed the cinematic indoors, I figured I would step outdoors to film the gun's overview. I hope, I think it'll be a cool little twist on the video, and I hope you won't mind the background noise. My NEX M4. Where on earth do I even begin? This might just be the most legendary NEX gun, if that's even the right word to use, that I have ever built. This is generation number 4, and I really just can't even get over the way that it looks. I've spent obviously 4 generations trying to perfect the body of the gun, and I really have nailed this one on the head. It's to the point where a lot of other great NEX gun builders have used this body on their own guns. One that comes to mind is the Red Book of West March and his ACC Honey Badger. So yes, the gun looks great, but how about some performance? Well, this is definitely by far the best performing M4 that I have made. I have swapped out the blue rod ammunition in favor for connector ammo, which has greatly helped its performance. It also is the very first M4 that I have made to not use a single broken piece. It also doesn't use any micro pieces. The gun's stock has been significantly updated from the 3rd generation. It still extends all the way out like this, but what's new for the stock is actually a small little locking section underneath the buffer tube that holds the stock forward when it's collapsed down, so that if you tilt the gun backwards, the stock won't just open by itself. The gun's stock does have another adjustment point. Simply just push in the button, collapse it forward a little bit, and as you can see, it gives you another section to rest on. To collapse it down all the way, just simply push the button and collapse it down. Although the handle looks the same, it's actually not. This is the 417's handle connection because it doesn't use any broken pieces and it's very strong. Another idea I took directly from my 417 would be the placement for the gun's magazine release. As you can see, it's hiding in the back of the magazine well area, right above the trigger guard. The magazines are pretty cool. They're not exactly perfect like the Tavares magazines, which have a roof on the top of it, but I did put an automatic locking system on your internal bullet pusher to help kind of have some preloadability to the mags. Simply just take your bullet pusher, pull it down, and at the very bottom, as you can see, it will automatically lock. To release, there is a little lever on the bottom of the magazine that you need to push, which will obviously go ahead and release the pusher. The gun also has a brand new stage 3 trigger mechanism, holds a lot of power, has great pin distance, and it's a very smooth, easy pull. It also looks pretty cool. The carry handle is actually the exact same on the first, second, and third generation. I just really like it and didn't want to change it. Although it looks cool, it's actually not that great because it doesn't offer you any form of sight. I also decided to keep the tire front handguard from the third generation. What is a little bit different is actually the fact that I used a smaller tire here just to try to replicate that delta ring. This is by far the best barrel that I've put on an M4. It's awesome because it's 3 layers thick and does its best to reduce friction off your shot. Both sides of the M4 are identical. There are only 2 sections that are a little bit different. One of those being on this side of your yellow rod, there are some spacers here. This is pretty much just to help keep rubber bands off the body of your firing pin and also to help apply some downwards pressure to your pin. The other difference is actually not even on the gun. It's on the magazine. Your internal bullet pusher lever can be seen right here. This connects directly to the pusher, obviously, and it just applies upward pressure to your bullets to make sure they automatically feed into the gun's chamber. It is now time to go ahead and build your ramrod or pin. I recommend that you use a black rod or a clear rod, as they're made of a much stronger plastic than that of a gray rod. And this obviously is what a finished pin looks like. As you can see, it's all wrapped up in electrical tape. And new is actually these. These are rubber O-rings that I would highly recommend that you go and purchase for this gun. They're going to help absorb some shock. I've been using them on all my other guns, but this gun, really, you could use the extra padding here for the back of the pin, as if you use too many rubber bands, you actually are going to bust this entire top section completely off. It'll just pop it right off. I have gone in and strengthened the internals with the blue flexi rod that you can barely see right here. And then also this yellow rod, which is actually a gray rod here. So it's a decent job, but it's not, you know, this just, it adds the extra peace of mind. This is what it looks like underneath your electrical tape and whatnot. As you can see, just a blue clip, tan clip, and then a gray connector. And then I will go ahead and mix some of this up. This is JB plastic weld. It's an epoxy, of course. Two different, I guess, solutions, or two different gels, and you'll mix them together. And then I like to put it all over underneath here. I'll actually take these connectors off and just literally use a Q-tip and rub it all on there and connect the connectors back on, and it creates a very strong bond that's going to last forever. In case you're wondering about the O-rings, here they are. I got these from Lowe's, so just a Danco number 5 O-ring. Nothing too crazy, but I do highly recommend that you get them for this gun. The next step obviously will be to take your newly built pin and stick it into the gun. I do recommend, if you do glue it with any kind of glue, especially the epoxy, that you do let it sit for a day or, you know, overnight. But go ahead and take your stock, extend it out, put your ramrod into the gun, pull the trigger, and then let the pin go forward, as you can see right here. And then I like to just set my rubber bands. Next, obviously, we'll just put it up to this point right here. And then make sure that on this side with your spacers going across the yellow rod, that you put the rubber band on the spacers. So here's this side, nice and neat. And here is the other side, as you can see on the yellow rod. Next thing to do is pull the pin back and make sure that it's nice and straight. As you can see, it's slightly crooked, but that's not too bad. Like that. And then obviously from here, you can load up the magazine and shoot it, which we will go ahead and do right now. Take your magazine, and obviously your little lever here, pull it down to activate the pusher, pull it down all the way and lock it in place. And then obviously grab gray connectors and then just start feeding them in there. I apologize for the horrific camera angle. But yeah, I mean, this is the end of the tutorial. I hope that you like the gun. I hope it works well for you. And but yeah, you'll check out my other stuff and just stick around for more videos. As you can see right here, 5-round magazine, all loaded up. You can take it and just insert it right into your M4, like so. There we go. Pull back, well, first release the pusher by down here. Now you can pull the pin and shoot it. So let's go ahead and do that. We will pull the stock back, pull the pin back, and then we will shoot it over there into the fence. As you can see, shoots pretty good. This is with 117 on it, by the way. Last shot. Almost hit you guys. But yeah, that's the M4. Take the magazine release, push it, magazine comes out. Sometimes it will drop out hands-free. Sometimes it won't. The black version of the gun, I think because of the newer parts, it never does it. But on this gun, I mean, these Connect pieces are older than I am probably. But yeah, that's the end of the tutorial. That's the end of yet another video of mine. This is number 9. The next video of mine will be number 10. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys will stay tuned. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.